Fox 17 Rock Interview. I'm hanging out with the very talented Beth Sass. She's got her degree from Berkeley in music composition, actually. And you've played with the Drifters and the Platters, and you've got your music out, and you're on Pandora, and you teach also, because you even teach my daughter piano and voice. But I really appreciate you coming on and talking about the new Casio keyboard, Beth. And what's cool about it is not only have you learned how to work this entire new keyboard, but you even took it on a gig. Yes. And played it out live. So what can you tell me on this?
I can tell you that all the minute tweaking and all the little buttons and stuff are a lot bigger for visibility,
right.
And I can create layers and track have my little progress on them and see it a little bit more clearly. And
what you were telling me as well with the touch screen that the Casio CGP700 has is that you've been able to actually come up with your own sounds and then divide the keyboard into different sections as you play.
Yes, yeah. Well, based on the song, every
right.
song needs a different pile of textures, and some songs you need to split the keyboard in a low place so that you've got lots of upper register to work with. I've been playing with Walter Egan recently, and he uses a toy piano sound, and I don't need that in all aspects of the keyboard.
Right.
I need it in one particular octave, and I want a fat sound underneath it. So yes, I've been playing with splitting it, layering it, and it's all very easy to do.
That's incredible, because I think that's with so many students and everything also, and people in general playing the keyboards, I think you need to have that capability to develop your own sounds and to create these unique textures within one keyboard.
Yeah.
And I thought what was so cool when I saw this at the NAMM show was that the pedestal here has 2 speakers in it also, which sound incredible. And I've actually got the speakers pointed towards you, but you can turn them the other way, and then you can take this keyboard off and take it to gigs or jam sessions or whatever also.
Yeah.
So
when you're playing, if you have a larger fidelity choice, then you can use it in many more situations. In a teaching room, it can fill up a practice room nicely and be really warm-bodied.
Right.
And live, you can send it out to the PA and just feel like it's the same keyboard that you programmed, saved your settings, and move it from one place to another.
Incredible. Well, now let's also talk about your music. I mean, you've got several albums out, and I actually have a picture of a couple of your albums here, to where you've got your music on Pandora. Now, your latest album, Knowing Me, it sounds great. Obviously, I've listened to that a bunch, but then you've been getting a lot of Pandora play also.
Yeah, Pandora covers my first album,
right?
Which is sort of an acoustic band sound that was produced here in town. And then my second album was a little more electronic, a little more symphonic, a little more synth-based, and that's available to hear and on Spotify and all over the internet and stuff like that.
Well, now let's also talk about, now you've had a new collaborator lately that you've been working and playing gigs with and writing some new music. And we've got a picture of him with you and your daughter right there. So I think a lot of people will know Walter.
That's Walter Egan, who stumbled into my life because he was my daughter's songwriting teacher at Advanced Jam Camp run by Laura Hill. And my daughter came home and said, "Oh, this amazing, warm, friendly, talented, wise man, and you should get together and talk and meet each other." And we began to write. And
that's incredible. And I love the new music you guys are doing. Now, that's not out on an album yet. That's actually singles, right?
Yeah, those are pre-released, and they're available to stream on SoundCloud under Beth Sass Music.
Wow.
And they'll be out in the near future.
I can't wait, because I get to the inside track and get to hear these songs early. Now, obviously, viewers are going to want to know, where can they find you, to keep up with your music and your gigs and everything? What's the easiest way to find you?
The easiest way to find me is on SoundCloud /Beth Sass Music. That's where I'm posting my updates. That's where the most recent mixes, the most interesting compilation of songs.
Right.
Sometimes I put up a female vocal, sometimes I put up a duet vocal.
Yeah.
And that's the place to see the most recent work I've done.
Well, I'd also like to bring up that within the past few months, it looks like you may have some music even on TV and in the movies and stuff too, as you've been working on some of those projects.
Yes, I've recently begun a relationship with a company out in Los Angeles, and they're beginning to expose my songs to film and television.
How incredible. Well, Beth, thank you so much for coming on, talking about the new Casio CGP700 and Beth Sass, incredible Nashville talent. Be sure and find her online and pick up a copy of this album, and we'll be checking out the new Walter Egan music that you're going to come out with soon too.
All right.
Thanks for watching The Rock and Review.